Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome back to Donkey Kong Country! Last time we did the first 3 levels of World 2 and then kind of showed off a bit of the 4th one. But man, the last part, it really was a thing. Basically, I said a lot of things that I don't even, I said a lot of incorrect things. I think I pointed out that it was the first time that we had lost the bonus game, even though it actually wasn't. And then I was kind of awful at some points too. I don't know, the last part was just terrible. So for those of you who stuck around for part 4 and didn't go and find a Let's Play of someone who actually knows how to play video games, thank you for your cooperation. And yeah, I promise that from now on, things will be better. But we have to go back to Stop and Go Station because, as I showed off last time, you can totally cheat by just going to the left. But we have bonus games to find. The gimmick of this level, which I kind of, did a really bad job of showing off last time, is that if you touch the barrels that say stop or go, they will change, or basically if it says go and you press it, it will change to stop, and then those guys start moving around. There is no way to kill them. You can't jump on them, you can't throw a barrel at them, they are invincible, so basically that's why you have to hit the barrel to stop their movements, so that you can go by. We have bonus games to find, and honestly, I kind of forget where some of them are. And then the problem is I'm kind of afraid to slow down, because I know that there's guys around who are going to try and kill me. I know that there's a hole that has one down it, but I don't remember which one. This game has its, likes its holes that have secrets down them that aren't initially obvious. Shoot, kind of fell there. I mean, so yeah, I was supposed to break open that wall. We're probably going to have to do one more place for this. I think there might also be something up there if we bring a tire here. So let's try that. If we go backwards with this, can we do this? Yes, we can. And if we do this, hopefully we'll be able to go back and then get that bonus game that had the barrel. So, in the last part, or in the last few parts actually, because as it just showed my number of lives, we lost all of our lives when we turned the game off. It was absolutely terrible. Darn this game for not, remembering how many lives, the player has. I mentioned that the parts are quite short though, and since this is obviously a different recording session, I had the ability to go back and compare this Let's Play to my other Donkey Kong Country ones, and really, the other ones, pretty much all of the videos were 20 minutes long. But with this one, that's not the case. I think it's just a matter of Donkey Kong Country 1, especially in the beginning, its levels aren't very long. Plus, without bonus games that, actually have kind of, content to them, a purpose, I guess. It's not just, okay, go collect a couple of bananas and then you're done in, 20 seconds. Bonus games that you actually have to try, and sometimes even, replay if you don't get them the first time. Without that, levels definitely don't tend to take as long to beat. But hopefully in the later worlds, I think things will probably start to pick up. With this level, I think that's the only bonus game? There was definitely one hidden down a hole somewhere in this level. I don't know if I believe that. But anyway, I want to beat it the real way, so we're totally going to do that. But yeah, this Let's Play is kind of like Andrew is just terrible at video games, the Let's Play. Featuring, I don't know what it's featuring. Featuring, I guess, a guy who doesn't know how to play video games. But I'm hoping that once we get to World 3 and onwards, the videos will hopefully get a little bit longer. Let's add in a couple of deaths, I guess. That can, add some artificial difficulty, like everybody apparently loved back in the 80s and 90s. And here, I think, is where we were before. So yeah, it's an interesting level. This level is, you kind of have to run. It's kind of like Sonic the Hedgehog, the level, where it's just run past everything as fast as you can. Gotta go fast. So there you go. That was Stop and Go Station. But as I said, World 2 is pretty short. There's actually only one more level, and we've been recording for about 4 minutes, so this does not bode well at all. But it is actually a really, really, really cool level, as I really like this level theme in Donkey Kong Country 1. Millstone Mayhem has one of the most easiest secrets to find right above the entrance if you use the tire to the left. I want to see if I can get in this thing again. No, I think I did it a bit, a bit too late there. Not that we really need anything. This guy right here can only be destroyed by either being jumped on by Donkey Kong or by having a barrel thrown at him. It's really interesting in this game. There was a lot of enemies that could really only be specifically killed by DK. There's one where you can jump on its head only with DK, but you can do a cartwheel into him with Diddy in order to destroy him. It's so weird. Also, this right here, you can just see a little bit of that barrel at the bottom of the screen. So we can get this tire. And we can push that along, which we will want for a bonus game coming up. I don't think it's above you. I think it's above Another guy? Oh, I forgot about the rule of Donkey Kong Country 1 and its disappearing items. This is what happens when I don't record for a couple days. And now we'll never ever get it back ever again. Which means we'll have to replay the level, I guess, unless I make a really silly mistake and die. Which is totally possible. Yeah, we wanted it for that. But if I get hit, I think we can still cheat this. Yeah, we totally cheated it. But this is an interesting game where you have to hit the letters in order to spell rare, and there's some other ones I think that you spell different words, and if you can do it in the right order, you get a prize. That's a really bizarre minigame. It's just so simple. I mean, see, that's the kind of thing, like, that took, like, what, 15 seconds? Where, you know, a bonus game in Donkey Kong Country 2 or 3 could easily take at least a minute, and that's only if you beat it on your first try. So, I mean, it's like, just like, yeah. That's why I think that parts in this game aren't going to take as long as they did in the other ones, which I apologize for. But like I said, hopefully once we get to, you know, the later worlds, I think things will start to take a little bit longer. Because, yeah, I mean, especially since, you know, the first world and the second world, as I said, only have 5 levels each. So in this part, again, it's only going to have 2 levels plus a boss, but in the later parts, we'll have, you know, 3 levels plus a boss, and just overall, the levels get a lot more complex. So hopefully, you will stick around, and hopefully you're enjoying the shorter parts anyways. As I said, I think some people have mentioned that they do like these shorter parts. Also, I always, I never want to get rid of barrels in this game. Because I always fear that, you know, maybe they should be used to blow up a wall or something, but I don't think that's the case here. In this case, we have another tire, which we don't want to let go off screen for even a millisecond. Yeah, see, that was very close. Tires are very tricky. Like, sometimes you want to push them, like, just the right amount. I actually wish I hadn't have pushed it off the edge, but we can still save this. No, don't go off the screen. I actually want to switch to DK in case I do get hit here. And if we go up here, yes! If we go up here, we once again get Winky! In the last part, I think I mentioned how I forgot what the snake's name from Donkey Kong Country 2 was, which the second I finished recording, I remembered that it was Winky. Winky is a lot... Sorry, no, well, not Winky, wow! Rattly! I guess they just, like, they're you know, animal buddies that end with the Y sound. Rattly was a lot better than Winky. Winky's hitbox is so weird. It's like, I don't even know what your hitbox is supposed to be. And there he goes! But the weird part is that he wasn't even required to, like, find the bonus game. I don't think you can, like, use him to get anything, so, I mean, he's kind of pointless. He's just there to kind of help you, I guess. And we got Ong again because we missed the K in that first bonus game. But yeah, otherwise, he didn't really serve much purpose. He was just supposed to help us out, but in the end, didn't help us out too much. And I swear I bounced off that. Not really sure what went on there. Do I dare? See, if we had Winky, this would be a lot easier. I don't even need them. I'm going to turn the game off again anyway. But I am just the worst thing ever. And I don't think, if you bounce up there, I don't think there's anything. But there you go, Millstone Mayhem, exclamation mark. This video is just flying by. So let's spend some time in Cranky's cabin. What in tarnation do you want? Give me some of your infinite wisdom, Cranky Kong, please. From the glory days of video gaming. We were much better off in those days as well. But did he even say anything before that? But you thought this was 64-bit, eh, boy? It's funny, because this is one of the very first Super Nintendo games, so, you know, 64 wasn't even an idea at that point. Got more gameplay in my little finger than you've gotten this whole game. Don't they say, all graphics and no gameplay? I remember hearing that Miyamoto was like, 32 meg. I mean, more than 30 games in my day, and they'd be great games, too. I remember hearing that originally when Donkey Kong Country came out, Miyamoto thought that, oh no, people are only gonna like it for the graphics. It's not actually that good of a game. But then once, you know, I guess he played it once it came out, he took that back. Because Donkey Kong Country games are fantastic. We totally don't want to save the game. This stereo sound is making me... It's interesting. I can't even... There we go. Press the Y button. That's how we get out of there. Thank goodness we don't need to listen to him anymore. I don't know, I find that what Cranky has to say pretty funny, because it's true in some ways. Some of the things that he says. Imagine Cranky in, like, a video game now. I mean, he was in Donkey Kong Country Returns, but, like, in kind of the way that he was in Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2, where he, you know, talks about the good old days of gaming, that would be pretty funny to hear. But, you know, let's go to Necky's Nuts, an interesting level title. And this is the second of the different kinds of bosses that we're going to see. We basically just use the tire, which, like I said, staple of the Donkey Kong Country series, and we bounce on this guy's head, like, a few times. And then he will be destroyed! Overall, not the hardest boss in video game history. Like, look at that! Look at that! And then we get a gigantic Nintendo banana. The days when Nintendo and Rare were the best of friends. I honestly really miss those days. Those were some great days. So, one thing I didn't point out in the last video that you should always do is before you go on to the next world, it doesn't force you to enter it. So, like, we just beat the boss, but now we can explore the overworld map a little bit. What you should always do is go back to the previous world and then save at Candy's save point before starting the next world, because when you start the next world, you have no idea when it's going to be before you find Funky Kong or Candy Kong. So basically, by being able to go back and save, just like you could in Donkey Kong Country 2 or 3, in Donkey Kong Country 3 you can go anywhere you want, anytime you want, but like just like in Donkey Kong Country 2, it ensures that even if you get game over at the beginning of the next world, you're good. And the beginning of World 3 always gave me a little bit of trouble as a kid, so this was something that never even really occurred to me before. I was like, okay, beat World 2, go to World 3, and I was like, oh, maybe I should totally go back and save, you silly head. So yeah, it's just a interesting thing to point out. But with that said, in the next part, I believe we're going to be starting off Vine Valley. Do we have all of the bonus games? Because the world name doesn't get an exclamation mark beside it, which is really misleading. Unlike in Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3, where it totally would indicate whether or not you found everything, when you're just like looking at the overworld map kind of part. But yes, Vine Valley World 3 coming up next. Let's hope we don't make any silly mistakes in this video, or in the next part, I suppose. Hopefully this part went better than the previous parts. I didn't say anything really dumb. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Again, I know the parts are short, but now that we're in World 3, hopefully that will change. I think that we have 3 kind of crazy levels coming up here, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But until then, thanks for watching, and see you later.